Hey everyone, welcome to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trilogy, and we are continuing on with the Trials and Tribulations game, the last of the trilogy, and we are on Episode 1, Turnabout Memories, Part 1-2, Trial. And we are playing as Mia, and we are trying to defend the Phoenix Wright himself, because there was apparently a time when he was in college and he might have possibly killed someone, which I don't think Phoenix could have done that. So let's go ahead and continue on, because we also learned that Phoenix had a girlfriend named Delilah that could possibly be, like, leading him on? I don't know. Okay, April 11th. And this is the second part of the trial. So court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness. This next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand. Wow, doesn't she look perfect? Doesn't she look so sweet? She even has butterflies! How do you get butterflies in here? What's with the stiff silence? My long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity. I'll admit that, okay? I'll admit that. I agree with him. I can't believe he actually said that! What about you, Mr. Payne? Oh, now then, witness, could you please state your full name? Don't worry, sweetie. There's no need to be nervous. Shut up, Judge, okay? If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right down to size. And I will bash them with my gavel. Wow. Wow. I love how they looked straight at me when they said that. Thank you for calming my nerves. You're all so nice. I almost feel right at home. Not at all. It was nothing. If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation, please? My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just wanted to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence. The honor's all mine. No, the honor's all mine. Oh, you two simps. Okay, well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Oh my gosh, are you serious? They actually have that in here? Well, we all know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. It's Dahlia Hawthorne, alright. Okay. Sir, is there something I can help you with? You can just go on and say whatever is on your mind. I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it. Yes. I can see why you'd say that. She's gonna be a tough witness, alright. It only took her 12 seconds to wrap all of them around her little finger. Now then, please proceed with your testimony, please. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please. She's gonna lie through her teeth, I can tell. She looks too perfect, okay? I had been planning to go back to Feeny's place after class was over. Feeny and Doogie were talking behind the building. Then suddenly, Doogie got all wobbly and just collapsed. What? That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go and find some other students, and they called the authorities. I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong. Exactly. Young lady, as old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of youth passion burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please tell us the truth. But I would never. That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue. What do you mean by that? Please just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies. Wow. Teehee. You haven't changed a bit. Wait, Dahlia? Do you know Mia? Mia Fey. What's this? You two are acquainted? Yes, we've met before once. How did they meet? In any case, Miss Faye, the floor is all yours. It's good to see you again, Madame Faye. Madame! I'm no one's grandma yet, girly. Wow. Okay, what I witnessed. I had been planning to go to Feeney's place. Oh my gosh, what's with these nicknames? Now, unless I'm mistaken, Feeney means Mr. Wright is in the art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing by the pharmacology building? Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese Senryu poetry? Okay. Oh, how wonderful. It's a humorous yet satirical style of haiku. Nothing left to do. When a man reaches this age, sleep is his best friend. That's supposed to be poetry, really? Sounds like a midlife crisis. Exactly. For me to get to the art department, I have to walk through the back area. Ah, yes, I see. That makes sense. Yes. When I want to enter a courthouse, I always walk through the front door. How else would you enter, Judd? Teleportation, really? Wow, Mia has some good comebacks. Okay, Feeney and Doogie, they were talking behind the building. So who is Doogie person? Oh, I'm sorry. Doug Swallow. Okay. We were dating until about 8 months ago. So what were they talking about anyways, huh? How can you be so mean? I would never eavesdrop. Oh, really? You wouldn't? I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined. That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level. Come on. Why am I being demonized here? Please go on. What do you see next? Okay, so he got all wobbly and collapsed. Are you saying the victim just collapsed on his own? Yes. In other words, the defendant never touched the victim, is that right? I was watching the whole time. Feeney would never do something to him. If I press her... So what should I do? Leave it alone. We'll leave it alone for right now. I suppose our statement works for our favor for now. I'll hold off by looking deeper until it's necessary. Very well, young lady. Please go on with your testimony. That's when Feeney noticed I was there. Okay. And what did Mr. Wright say when he saw you? I'm sorry, I was so flustered that I really don't remember. Please forgive me. You don't remember? Well, that's common enough. Sometimes I can't recall a sentence I passed only minutes prior. Please, someone, anyone, stop him before he gets hurt by me. I went to go find some other students, and they called the authorities. When you say students, you mean students from the pharmacology department? Yes, they're all very fond of their drugs. Okay. Please try to stay on topic. So, to find the pharmacology students, you went to the labs, correct? That's what I was planning to do, but in the end, I wound up not going. A group of about 10 research students came running out of the building entrance. Somehow they all seemed to know what was going on. They knew the power cord got cut. The students knew what was going on. Press for more details. How would the students know? Well, I don't know for sure. It's just they all seemed kind of excited about something. So did the students call the police? Yes. I was just so panicked. Yes, well, anyone would have been, my dear, yes. That girl, she's telling a super obvious lie and she knows it. She's just pretending to protect Mr. Wright. Yes, that's it. Okay. I had been planning to go back to his place after class was over. Oh, wait, we've already gone through this. Okay. Okay, I think I know what we can do. So you're talking about a building, got wobbly and collapsed. That's when Feeney noticed I was there, went to go find other students and call the authorities. So, this right here, can't we, this picture here, no, not this picture. This picture here shows the electrical cord broke. So that's the reason why all the people from the pharmacology department were coming. Oh, that must not be right. The music's staying. Ah. Objection denied. Come on, Judge. Okay. So... I guess we can go back to the... Okay. Let's go back here, and we're going to show a contradiction on that last one. Okay, here. I think we had the chance to show a contradiction, we didn't. Yes, here. Show a contradiction. Phoebe lies are not very well becoming. Oh, feeble lies, Miss Hawthorne. So let's drop them, shall we? What? I would never. Miss Fay, I will not allow you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaging in a fishing expedition. That is, she has no supporting evidence, right? Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job here. Come on. Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim. What? There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth. There is nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw. Yes, Your Honor, I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony. Okay. I didn't see the moment he pushed him. Okay. You didn't see it? Well, I saw the moment when he fell to the ground, and at that time, there was only two of them at the scene. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Doug Swallow. Yes, that's right. Okay, so it didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either. Okay, let's press on that. So then, what did it look like to you? I thought they were having a nice, friendly afternoon conversation. Oh, give me a break. That's why I really wasn't watching them all that closely. Do you notice anything out of the ordinary? No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge. Huh, yes. I like the sound of that, Mr. Judge. Now please, proceed with your testimony. Okay, so we got that part done. So, what if we go back and go to... Didn't push him. Didn't look like they were fighting. Okay, let's present... not this. Ah! Okay. So, the testimony. So, he fell on top of the umbrella. There was a loud sound when it happened. That doesn't sound like what she said. You say you didn't hear anything unusual? Not like an umbrella snapping or anything? Yes, that's why I was very relaxed looking at the scenery around me. First lie I've caught you in. That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise. He said that? Why would he say that? And if you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear the noise as well? I caught her. Well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable. But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. Yes. May I have a moment to answer? But by all means, yes. I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on, and I was listening to music at the time. Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered? The rain was just beginning to let up, but it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet. So the sky continued to flash and rumble. Thunder and lightning. Very, very frightening. Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder. So I put my headphones on to block it out. Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions to her testimony at all. Wait, Mia. That testimony just now. She said something that sounded... Oh, could totally change this case. She was listening to music, she didn't hear anything, and there was lightning. There was lightning. Your Honor, there's a problem with the witness's testimony. Oh, what do you mean? Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct? Yes, what about it? Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I correct? Now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Faye. Come on. Yes, Your Honor. Anyways, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning? By Thor himself? Yes, yes. I must admit that that thought had never occurred to me. What kind of thoughts do occur to this guy? Come on. This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow... Oh, I clicked through that. It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually an accident? Yes, that's what it seems like. Alright, you did it, Mia. Good. I'll be taking that not guilty... Oh. Oh. Heh heh heh. I'm hurt that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Faye. I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on the day of that location. Oh. What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case. Evidence? What's the evidence? This affidavit. Oh, okay. Who is it from? The pharmacology students who was conducting experiments in their lab that day. Allow me to read out to the court the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the lab lost power all of a sudden at 3 p.m. Was it a blackout? All the lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor. So you're saying the lab equipment lost power because the cord broke? Yeah. Power outage occurred approximately at 3 p.m., which fits the time of death. Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cables. According to the student, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future. I see. Apparently the cables have become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break. However, there is one thing that troubles me. If the cables could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it would have been bumped into, right? Well, I suppose you could say that. Miss Faye, do you have any thoughts regarding the case of the severed cable? Maybe. Had to come up with something. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion. Let's hear it, okay? Who or what was it that caused the cable to break? Let's see, okay? So we have this testimony. Wait! The old power cable broke due to some impact at 2:45. I thought it said 3. Let's present that. This is it? This is why the cable snapped. Well, Your Honor? Oh. 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 One more chance. Well then, let's hear it. Who or what caused the cable to break? I guess this shouldn't be the right thing because it's Phoenix Wright, but we can... Your Honor, please think back to Wright's testimony. Yes? He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now this happened around 3 p.m., correct? Yes? So you're saying the lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m., which fits right with Mr. Wright's timeline. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage. So, prosecutors also came to the same conclusion. So are you saying that Mr. Wright did cause this guy to die? I don't think you were supposed to do that. You know, it's a very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted. I'm afraid I can't agree with you there. Oh, okay, good. What's that supposed to mean? Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. So the umbrella is by the electrical pole. That's right. The victim banged into the pole as a result of being pushed. It was that impact that caused the cable to break. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Then the victim was electrocuted. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no, it doesn't make sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then how could he have been electrocuted by this severed cable in the foreground here? That's true. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim. Maybe Dahlia here? Order. It's true. The defense is absolutely correct. It doesn't seem to be... Oh, Dahlia? Mr. Judge, sure? May I say something? Oh, sure, Dahlia. You and your butterflies can say something. The Madame Attorney's explanation. She said some things that are a little different than I remember them. What? What's different? Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time, please, Mr. Judge? Of course, it's alright. Just go ahead and give your new testimony. She finally started showing her true colors. What I witnessed part 2. The truth is, Feeney pushed him twice. The first time into the electrical, that's when the cable broke. Then, Doogie tried his best to run away from him. But Feeney caught up and crashed him from behind. The cable snapping and Doogie being electrocuted, it all occurred in less than a minute. So, Phoenix pushed him once, and then he tried to run, so he pushed him and tackled him again. So after being shoved, the victim got up and tried to run away. That's when the defendant pushed him for the second time. I'm so sorry, Feeney, but I just have to tell the truth. Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge? Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are. Now then, Mr. Fay, you may proceed with your cross-examination. So, 2 pushes now. Okay, he pushed him twice. Miss Hawthorne, previously in your testimony you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed him. I know, I'm sorry. I just wanted to protect Feeney. So that's why you basically lied to the court. I was a bad girl, I know. Miss Judge? Oh, yes, Mr. Judge? Will you please forgive little old me? Of course he won't! Come on, you died under oath. Oh, now, it's just a little old white lie. Come on. We'll forget it this time, but please be more careful about it next time. Oh, thank you so much, Judge. Not at all. Judge had better be more careful. In a dark alley? Was that a threat? Okay. So, first time was in an electrical pole, and then the cable broke. You're saying you actually saw the victim get pushed into the electrical pole. I know he doesn't look it, but Feeney can be a bit of an imp when he wants to be. Ah, really? But I never imagined that he would cause an electrical cable to break. Feeney really is scary when he gets mad. Sounds like a very dangerous individual indeed. Then he tried to run away. Okay. So let me get this straight. You were happily listening to music on your headphones while you watched the scene unfold. That does seem a little weird. What? Miss Faye, I'll have to ask you to stop badgering the witness. I wasn't happy. I was so scared that I couldn't even move. All I could do was stand there and cheer them on. Cheer? What do you mean? Well, I wish the best for them both and that they could each give the fight their all. That is very sweet of you to be so supportive. And what happened after that? Feeney caught up and crashed him from behind. Okay. That doesn't sound quite right. There were handprints found on the chest of the victim's leather jacket. So Mr. Payne, were there also prints found on the back of the leather jacket? Well, no, there weren't, actually. Madam Faye, may I suggest that you listen a little more carefully? I said that he crashed into him from behind, right? My Feeney couldn't leave any prints behind in that case, would he? The cable snapped. He was electrocuted. It all occurred in less than a minute. Did you actually witness the moment the victim was electrocuted? I'm sorry, I didn't actually see it. I turned my eyes away. That's understandable, yes, indeed. It would have been a horrific sight to behold. She didn't have much time to come up with her lie, so this is the best chance. There must be a hole in her testimony. Okay, so we listen to that. Let's see. So here, where the cable snapped, okay, it occurred in less than a minute. So, what if we show the crime scene photo here? Yeah, because the watch face there, okay? So let's go ahead and show that. I bet you the time is different. That's enough, witness. I'm afraid I don't understand. You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture? Oh, that medicine. That's the one Feeney likes to take for his colds. It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the watch! The wristwatch. It stopped at the precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m. Yes, and your point is, Miss Faye? My point is, what time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping? It was 2:55. Well, according to the lab's testimony, it was 2:55, exactly. 10-minute gap. Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne, what exactly happened during the 10-minute interval? The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real killer killed Mr. Doug Swallow. Good job, Mia. Good job. Order, order. This is nonsense. A real murderer? Even you can't deny that the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for. Then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it? There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene was there a window of opportunity for the real killer. Miss Faye, is the defense ready to indict someone for this real killer? It's Dahlia, isn't it? It's finally time. The moment I've been waiting for. Yes, Your Honor, we are ready. Very well, but remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Faye. Now then, who was it? Okay, so we can go to profiles here. So, there aren't very many people we could do, okay? We have Marvin Grossberg here, our mentor. We have Phoenix, which already thinks it is. I don't think Doug Swallow would kill himself. Mr. Payne is the other lawyer, so it's got to be Dahlia. Present. It could only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne. She is watching. How could you? The defense is grasping at straws. 10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing the whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the men dearest to you. Order, order. Miss Faye, what I mean, why, what is that? Okay. Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your own hands. Oh, the butterflies are back. Good. How can you say something so mean, Madame Faye? I didn't do anything. Miss Faye, this is a very serious charge. Hold it. Is that Phoenix? That was Phoenix. Your Honor! Please, I have something I want to say. You? What is it? Please. Please strike everything the defense said just now from the record. What the? Are you daft? They're totally wrong. You're totally wrong, Miss Faye. Dolly, she couldn't do something like that. But are you saying you could, Phoenix? Mr. Wright, get back to your seat. Bailiff, grab the man. Arrgh! At you. Leave my Dolly alone. You're Dolly. Ha, that boy. He's gotten himself in way over his head. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back. It seems I've arrived just in the nick of time. I found the police report on that incident in the newspaper clipping. Oh, a report of an incident 8 months ago. Oh, the necklace and the death. Okay, thank you so much. This is exactly what I was looking for. You'd better take a good look at it. It details how you came to lose. How you came to lose your boyfriend. Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, really, Your Honor, May I interrupt you for a moment, Mr. Prosecutor? Ah, don't worry, my dear. I have this situation well in hand. Go right ahead. Madam Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Doogie? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered him, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright. I told you you should have let me handle this. Weep. Oh, sorry. Please go ahead. How can you say that? I am absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all too much for my poor little heart to handle. Oh, I believe the girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be. The answer lies in this police report. It must. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building, and then, the same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Further testimony about what? About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Objection! What would that possibly have to do with this case? The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant, am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests she in fact had a very good reason. Very well then. The court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying for just a bit longer? Of course not, Mr. Judge. Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. Okay, how I met my Feeny. I hate that nickname. First time I met my darling Feeny was 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in the very courtroom basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been together out here ever since the fateful day. We've been going out since ever. We're so lovey-wovey. We literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think. Mr. Wright, do that again, and you will be held in contempt of court. Okay, we enter the final act of our drama. As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her. Okay. I first met my darling 8 months ago. So until that time, you had been dating Doug Swallow. Yes, I'm a real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly, I'm ashamed of myself. Not at all. Look at me. I'm infamous for changing my mind. My critics have taken to calling me Judge Fickle. Ho, ho, ho. Maybe you should look in a different line of work, Judge. Despite that, however, he always hands down the correct verdict. That's why some people also call him the great Judgini. It's like we were destined to meet. Okay. The courthouse reading room. That's a strange place to meet the love of your life. That's not true, Madame Faye. After all, Feeny was also... Oh, he was not only an art student, but also planning to become a lawyer. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student doing in the courthouse reading room? That line of questioning is a waste of time. Has nothing to do with the murder case. Miss Faye, I'm warning you. If this has nothing to do with the case... Should we keep pressing? We should probably keep pressing. We need to get something out of this. Your Honor, if you allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue. Very well. Young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the reading room? My answer is simply this. I had come to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing. That's it? You were writing a paper on what? Relationship between modern poetry and the criminal underworld. Okay. I'm getting old. Now I've gotten what I've forgotten. Again with the midlife crisis. Mia, why did your girl really come to the courthouse? And speaking of forgetting things, you haven't forgotten the police report, have you? I went through a lot of trouble getting it, dear. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. So what was it that Wright that made your heart malfunction? In my personal opinion, he just looks like a typical snotty-nosed college brat. Jeez! Okay. Calm down, Mia. Perhaps to a woman your age, but to me, Feeney is handsome. A woman your age? Perhaps to you, Miss Hawthorne, but to the rest of the planet, he's a dime a dozen. Wow, that's nice of you. Love is a mysterious thing. I object to the line of questioning. If you were to look at my wife, for example, you might all be shocked. He's telling the truth. It was truly shocking. Beautiful mushroom, growing tall in the darkness. It comes from cow dung. That's the poem that best describes how I feel about my Feeney. Mushroom from cow dung, really? Going out ever since that fateful day. Were you have any bad feelings between you and Mr. Swallow? No, none at all. We parted on very good terms. That can't be. Come on. You broke up with him for another guy. Our investigation also shows that there was a clean breakup. Are you sure? Yes, it seems both wanted it that way. So the victim wanted to break up with her? Press further. So you're saying that Mr. Swallow also wanted to break up? Well, you see. What cruel thing to ask a young lady. Oh, by the way, I have never once considered leaving my wife. We weren't asking that, Mr. Payne. No one cares, Mr. Payne. Okay, she didn't deny it. Doug Swallow must have been seen through her act. He must have gotten a glimpse at her true nature. Listen to me, Mia. That woman has the judge in the palm of her hand, you see. So the only way to discredit her is to find a contradiction. Okay, so we got all of that done. So, okay, she went to the courthouse basement to do some research. So let's go ahead and present the police report. Yes, this. The thing we got from our nice mentor. Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper. Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason? Huh? What do you mean? What does it mean, your cocky smile on your face, Miss Fay? 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy. Another? Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned? The name of the suspect in the incident is listed here in the report. And that name is Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Dahlia? Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago. That does seem a little suspicious. Order? Order? This is unbelievable. It's true then, the loveliest rose can hide the cruelest thorns. Miss Fay, that's not fair. You can't slander my witness with an unrelated case. It's not unrelated. I, Winston Payne, will not... Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking. Pardon me, go ahead. It's true about that 8 months ago. The police expressed some interest in me. Expressed some interest, you say? Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during the incident 8 months ago. I see, okay. I've tied the two crimes together, you see. Now I just have to stay on the offensive. Well done, Mia, well done. Oh, you've already lit a fire in my heart and my buttocks. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids. Oh my gosh, these lines. Okay, the poisoning. I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat just for a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal to just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get poison like that. The necklace! The necklace has a little bottle in it! So what? That's what happened. However, as you heard from my witness, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today, and I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination. What the? Why does the defense feel stronger? Ah, Mia, you're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear. That proud posture, the self-confidence, absolutely smashing. Okay. So I met the lawyer who is... Okay, poison. What were you talking about with the lawyer? Well, I'm sorry, but it's confidential. According to the report, interviewed regarding another case. The lawyer that was killed, he said he wanted to talk about the incident I got caught up in while I was younger. Why don't you tell us about that incident? Was it poisoning also? Absolutely nothing to do with this case. Objection sustained. The defense's question is stricken from the record. You get involved in a lot of incidents, don't you, Miss Hawthorne? I guess I was just born under a bad sign. Oh, jeez. Don't worry, Dolly. I'll protect you. You heard the man. Now that is true love, young lady. Oh, Feeny, please. Gag, those two really are making me ill. Okay, I left my seat just for a moment, and that's when it happened, the poisoning. How long were you gone? I already answered these questions to the police, but if you must know, maybe 10 or 20 minutes. And where were you during the time? Using a toilet? What are you saying, Miss Faye? Toilet? My perfect little dolly doesn't poop. I think she definitely does. You heard the defendant, Miss Faye. Better luck next time. She doesn't poop. Oh, Finny, please. The police have already looked into the whole matter. Come on. This line of questioning is nothing but a waste of court's time. Objection sustained. Miss Hawthorne, please continue. Oh my gosh. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison, lethal at 2 teaspoons. How much liquid is 2 teaspoons? Well, let's see. A bottle of eye drops says about 1/2 fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons. So it's about 2/3 of that amount. Okay. The poison was found in the lawyer's mug of coffee. Must have been after I left the table. Someone must have quietly slipped it in there. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. What kind of special poison? How so? Well, I heard that it's impossible to detect. And where would you get something like this? I'm sorry, all I know is that I overheard the policeman saying. So you do eavesdrop, is that what you're saying? You said you don't eavesdrop, you said you weren't rude. They say something about using an advanced chemical process to purify it. That's quite impressive, most impressive, yes. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't know where to get poison like that. Maybe you could get it from a pharmacology student. And what's the reason they didn't arrest you? Because no one could show how you could have gotten the poison? I think that's a good enough reason, Madam Faye. She's right. And I think we've all had enough of Miss Faye's questions. So in essence, the main reason Miss Hawthorne was never arrested for a crime was because no one could show that she could have obtained the poison. All we have to do is find a way to establish how she could have gotten some. Okay. Okay, so that's all of the pressing we can do. So, what if... Yes, okay, so... I'm innocent. I wouldn't know where to get poison. So, I said earlier that perhaps a pharmacology student could have done it. Possibly Doug Swallow. Yes! The music stopped. You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison. I don't believe you. What? In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison. At your boyfriend's lab. But boyfriend, you mean the victim, Doug Swallow? That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you'll recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University. Pharmacology? Yes, his laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit would have never obtained such a rare and special poison. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such a poison after all. And then it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at the very table. You! Where'd that wind come from? Order, order? Could it be? That's nothing but a baseless assumption. May I say something, Madame Fay? What is it, Miss Hawthorne? The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container, like an eye drop container. Or a necklace, an amulet that has a little bottle in it. I was searching immediately after the incident took place. Oh, quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down. But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they? Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small. Excuse me, madame, but this is a court of law. If you're saying I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some proof. It's a necklace. Provide proof. Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose this lead. The container was not found on her, yes. If you're going to accuse the young lady of committing murder, where is the container? It's a necklace. See, it has a small bottle given to Mr. Wright on the day they met. You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? That's why you passed it on to someone who had nothing to do with the case, Mr. Wright. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched. And who is that person? Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course. So the defendant was this witness's accomplice? Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised it as a present. What? But that's a charming little necklace. Is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Fay? The day that the witness met and fell for Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. August 27th, the very same day as the poison incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away. Are you saying there's a deadly poison in here? No, there's no longer any poison in the bottle. It's all been used up. However, I'm certain if a crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount. Oh, we've got her. We've got her. Order, order in the court. Oh, Phoenix, please don't. On behalf of Dolly, I object. Mr. Wright, control yourself. I won't let you bully her like this. Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat. Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Why? Because I'm madly in love with her. Madly in love. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time. Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyways? Mia, don't burst his bubble, okay? Don't do it. Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me too. Mr. Wright, please, open your eyes. And at this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is... It's because of that necklace. Because she's madly in love with you. It's gotta be because she's madly in love with you, right? No, it's because of that necklace. The only thing she's after is that bottle necklace that you love to wear around your neck. My necklace? Back there is in the waiting room. You said it yourself. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. What a strange girl asking for a present back like that. That is weird. For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back. You're lying. But you never give it back to her. And to make things worse for her, you insist on showing it to everyone you meet. That's why she... I don't believe you. No, that's a lie. Well, He's crying. He knows it's true. And we just broke his heart. Mia, are you alright? The defendant. He's getting away. Bailiff, hurry! After him! Oh. He ran away. Mia, are you alright? Yes, I think so. That boy, he went completely insane. Where's Mr. Wright? Looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be back soon enough. Thank goodness. Oh no. What is it? The bottle necklace. Miss Hawthorne's present. It's gone. That's terrible. Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me. Foolish boy. That's the only thing that could have saved him. What in the blazes are we supposed to do now? I have no idea. Mr. Wright, that sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that your apology is not enough. Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me. I'm sorry. I ate it. No, just give it back. He did eat it! I was joking! How did he eat that? Oh, you what? You ate it. It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first, but yeah. Oh, gosh. Ugh. If it has residue of that poison, could he die? What is he doing now? That's gonna hurt coming out. Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? There is a poison in that. That bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it. It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly that bottle did not contain deadly poison because he did not die. How can you be so sure? I think it's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overreactive imagination. So it would seem. No, there must be some mistake. Come on. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that, or the poison must have lost its potency. There. It's alright, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. That is not a good thing. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong. That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Fay, I cannot accept your explanation of the events. Why? This may be impossible for you, for a beginner like you. But in the court of law, evidence is everything. If only I had my evidence still, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Even after I prove so much, is she going to get away with it? Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the trial. Hold it. Mr. Wright? Yes? I'm sorry, Miss Fay. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? Are you going to tell me that you didn't actually eat it? There's something I forgot to tell you. What is it? That day, the day I met Doug Swallow. What? What did he say? That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. It's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab. Poison? Same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time too. It could only been her. That girl was a thief. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. So this guy knew. This guy knew about the poison. And he said nothing. Is it true? Did he really say that? That's ridiculous. There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor, this is the defendant. Oh, Miss Faye, you tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago, too. If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow. The night before? Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Faye? If you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this. There's something she desperately wanted to get back there for. Exactly who is Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill? It's gotta be Phoenix, right? It's gotta be Phoenix. There was only one person standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way. And that person was Phoenix Wright. Huh? Me? That's preposterous. Come on. After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered. Well, it's true that's how it worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was, in fact, Mr. Phoenix Wright. But how can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love. No, Judge, they weren't. Poor Wright. This must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice, I swear. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was that one piece of evidence linking her to the crime, the necklace. That's right. The bottle necklace, that's all she cared about. But even so, why? Why would she go so far to murder him? 8 months ago, just after the fall of the attorney in the basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was a pretty good move she'd made, too. The evidence was missing for a long time, but there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny bottle was a cherished treasure, and he even showed it to everyone he met. You mean that's why she tried to kill him? Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve the piece of evidence. That can't be true. So, she killed a guy with the stuff that's in the necklace, gave it to Phoenix, and then she tried to poison Phoenix to get the necklace back. So she poisoned 2 people, or trying to at least. Feeny, what a joke you are. Dahlia said that? Oh, her true nature. The butterflies are gone. Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me. Miss Hawthorne? It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine. I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal though, okay, Miss Hawthorne? We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? It seems to your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Well, hey old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with a dumb look on your face? Miss Hawthorne, what happened to you? Ha! Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home. Now, if you don't mind. But we're not finished. Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already. Hag? Hold it. I can't let her get away this time. Stop, Mia. If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer. What is the ultimate price? You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid. No. You'd better think it over carefully, Miss Faye, okay? Or should I say, Miss Gray? Wow. Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that establishes her guilt once and for all? I feel like there's gotta be something. But to be honest, at this point, I don't have any evidence. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof. Impossible. Stupid woman. It's the opinion of the court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented. Just one? If you are able to establish her guilt, then I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Phoenix Wright. I understand, Your Honor. Yes. I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's paper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar. She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there. Wait! I do know what you're talking about! Okay, well then, Ms. Faye, please present your evidence. Show the court the proof. We have not used the Cold X. It was inside the victim's hand, so it was poisoned. It's gotta be. The music stopped. Good. Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all. Cold Killer X? Mr. Phoenix Wright, beloved cold medicine. Ha 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 ha. Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold? If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned. What? Remember what the defendant said at his testimony? But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime at the day of the incident. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. So she took it then and poisoned it. She was the one that took the bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Phoenix Wright was going to take some. Very good. Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was just the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding the medicine. I would like the court to recall the crime that happened 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence? What are you talking about? 8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which then she gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally ran into in the reading room, my client. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing at that time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the crime scene. That's when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poison bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Phoenix Wright. I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant, yes. Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime. Including what the defendant and victim were arguing about, the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized I can't allow Doug Swallow to survive. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some of the students showed up as well. It hardly was any wonder what she was, or she put it, in a state of panic. The state of panic, okay. Recall that she was carrying that bottle of poison, cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago? Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way she did back then. On someone, she had someone else hold it. In this case, Doug Swallow. Wow, what do you guys think about that? What does Dahlia think of that? Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't getting fooled by her. This stupid woman, she is nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor? Uh-huh. Yes, that's exactly right. It's just a pure desperation. I wonder which one of us is in the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne, this cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, there's no need to worry. Come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Mia Fey? Oh, the butterflies! They got incinerated! Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Miss Fey? That's just fine for the time being. Victory is yours. For the time being. Well, I have a very long memory, you see. You and I will meet again, I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge, I see you later too, okay? Huh? Why, yes. I'm gonna go spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best. So she just gave up? For now, I guess. Whew. Finally over. Objection again! I refuse to accept. The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support this outrageous claim. Even so, your victim seems to have accepted it. I don't care. I'm Winston Payne, and I don't believe one word this rookie lawyer has said. Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this. Would you care to try some of this cold medicine? What? Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said... Yes! I trust her with my life! So, if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure you couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right? Well, you see, And here comes the backpedaling. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have in this woman? Are you willing to bet your life? No, I bet not. Yeah, my hair! It's falling in beautiful hair! Oh, this is the reason why his hair is gone. Because of this case. I'm so sorry. Mr. Payne, about Miss, Dahlia Hawthorne. Yes, Your Honor. I'll file my papers for immediate arrest. Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning. Don't lie, Judge. Just admit you were wrong. By the way, Miss Faye. Yes, Your Honor. Was it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne know each other? Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing in this case. Very well. Mr. Payne, this can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like I'm losing my daughter. Oh, it's like you're losing to your daughter. Okay. It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have any further to say? It can't be true, my dear Dolly. Very well then. I believe I'm ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. Court finds the defendant Phoenix Wright not guilty. Good. I feel bad for Phoenix, though. He learned that his girlfriend had no love for him at all, was just using him. Court is adjourned. Well, I guess we get some backstory on him. Him and Mia. Mia, you were wonderful in there. Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg. During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius. Mr. Grossberg, do you, think you could stop talking about your hemorrhoids? That's rather rude. Anyways, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of a mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this. Oh, Mr. Wright, congratulations. Thanks. You know, I was thinking. Go on. The dolly I saw up there on the witness stand, I don't think that was really her. What? The dolly I know could never have said those kind of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something. Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake. Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. What kind of company does this guy keep? Oh yeah, Larry's a pretty kid. Yeah. Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. Well, yeah, I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should be able to save him in time. Edgeworth, right? I see. So, say, Miss Faye, a lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Wright, I'm still new to this myself. But I think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope to see you again. Pretty sure that's what it said, or something like that. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I've become a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia's gone now, but even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years, something has happened that made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day. The end. Episode 1 done. So, now we're on to episode 2. And we have this guy with the wonderful, like, eye vision visor thing. The stolen turnabout. Okay, so we can go and go down here and save on this one. Perfect, perfect. So, next time, I'm guessing we're going to be back as Phoenix Wright, I'm guessing, because it sounded like we were done with Mia. I think this was just leading up to show Dahlia, because I think Dahlia is going to show up with inside this game a little bit more. Possibly for the last trial, I don't know for sure. And it seems like there's going to be a new prosecutor, too. Possibly. I don't know any of these for sure, but there's always a new prosecutor. There's always some new cases. There's always some people that show up like Gumshoe and different stuff like that. Maya's probably going to show up, too. But yeah, possibly Pearl. I don't know. So anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We'll continue on with Trials and Tribulations next time with Episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout, Part 1 Investigation. So, bye-bye.